All right, everybody, we are excited to kick things up and get things going. My name is Chris. I'm with King Creative. We're going to be helping facilitate today's event and just do a little bit of housekeeping to start us off. It looks like people are coming in and getting ready. Hopefully you guys all have your ingredients and you guys are ready to make some risotto. We're going to have a great show and a great Sip and Savor event. There are a couple of key features we want you to interact with us. So the chat function at the bottom of your screen is one where you can ask questions, maybe send some fun comments in about what's going on, and we want you to be using that chat feature. So it's the thought bubble looking icon in the middle at the bottom there of your screen. Click that and engage in the chat. We'll be looking out for that throughout the event, and we'll even be popping in on a few people throughout to check in to see how you guys are doing at home. And with this, we're here to support an amazing organization. Meals on Wheels, for me personally, is one that my family's been involved with for a long time, and one that my grandmother actually used to deliver meals when we thought she should be getting them. And I just really feel good about being a part of this, and you guys should all feel good about being part of it as well. So with that, we're going to go through the schedule for today's event. We're going to go into some about the organization to kick things off. We have a raffle drawing here today, which is really exciting. Somebody's going to be winning that 4-digit license plate. That's an amazing prize that we're very excited to showcase here. We have our volunteer awards. Of course, we're going to be doing a little bit of the mixology experience and spirits, the cooking demonstration, and some music. But today it's all about risotto, right? So we're going to be getting into that. And it's all in support of Meals on Wheels, where together we can end senior hunger. Now, to help me out today, we have none other than Norm Short, who, yes, I use his name, but he definitely is a man who goes without an introduction, doesn't need one. Norm, how you feeling? I know you're excited to be with us today, and looks like you even brushed off the good old tux there.
Yeah, I'll touch on that in a minute. I lost a bet. What can I tell you?
You know what? It looks good. You look great.
You forgot two parts, sausage and mushroom. That's two basic food groups along with a risotto. That's outstanding. I'm looking forward to that. Let's welcome everybody here, and thanks for joining us to Sip and Savor and staying home and doing it nice and safe. I'm Norm Short with Forever Media. I got a program called In Touch with Delmarva, and I have had a chance to meet Randy and also Regina and interview them a number of times. So I will get even for making me do this. It's not a problem. Glad to do it. It's a great cause. Also like to thank our sponsors and guests. They appreciate them sticking with us and embracing the virtual event this year. It took an amazing committee to take the lead and to do the virtual leap. And that's exactly what they've done. They've leapt into virtual. So we want to keep our sponsors and our guests safe during the challenging time. We all want to stay connected, raise funds for Delaware seniors, and have fun. And this is a challenging time because, as he mentioned, I'm wearing a tuxedo, but, you know, with the COVID and being stuck at home so much and eating a little more than I should, only half of it still fits. So fortunately for you, it was the top half. You got lucky there.
Well, we'll take it, Norm, and we're excited to have you along with us. We've had two great events the last couple of days, and we're really excited to finish strong here today. And you know, just a pleasure to be working with you.
Glad to do it. We got the quarantine cooking routine. I love the banner there. They put that together. What a great idea. So we're going to sit and do a little sip and savor at home. And if you have too much to sip, you just walk down the hall and you're safe, right?
That's it. You know, you can savor knowing you're safe. So it's a sip and savor knowing you're home.
And unfortunately, it's life as we know it with the virtual events.
Yeah, no question about it. So we highlighted some sponsors, and you know, one of those sponsors, I believe, is one that really is our presenting sponsor, right? And the one that's helped make this whole thing happen, along with all those others.
By all means, let's mention them.
So, of course, Wyoming Millwork is that presenting sponsor. And we also actually have a short message from them that we're going to highlight and play now. We just going to cue that up and let them share a few words.
Craig and I are really happy and fortunate to be able to support Meals on Wheels again this year. All we can say is it's great what you do, and keep it up and keep doing it. Right?
I just want to thank everybody again for all the hard work, especially in these crazy times. So thank you very much.
Hey, you got to love those guys. Very few words, but they do quality work, and that's what's important. You can hear stuff all the time, but these are guys that do deliver. They're an institution in Wyoming, been there for eons. Quality work indeed. Who are some of the other sponsors you've got in front of you? I don't have the slip in front of me.
Well, we can go through those real quick here, Norman. I'll bring them up on a screen. So, yeah, feel free to just read them off for us.
Oh, well, Delaware State News, the state daily capital. Absolutely. Got to cover that. Oh, WBOC, one of my competition, but that's okay. I love them. King Creative, that's you, my buddy. You're doing a fine job.
We're very proud to be a part of it.
Bay Health and Edible Delmarva. That sounds good. I haven't stumbled across that one, but I don't suppose they do much virtual work, but that's good to check out. And then the radio stations I happen to work for: Eagle 97.7, The Chicken 101.3, Delaware 105.9. I'll be doing talk radio the 21st in place of Dan Gaffney, so tune in that day for sure. The Wave, Cool, Central Delaware. There's a whole host of them. They'll be posted off and on throughout the day, so feel free to check out the sponsors, say hi to them, and tell them where you saw this on Meals on Wheels and Sip and Savor. Give us some props, right?
Absolutely.
And the license plate, if you live in Delaware, you know this is solid gold, right? It's just, I've already pictured it on the back of my 86 Chevy pickup and just set it off, you can't
Yeah,
imagine.
it is quite a thing in Delaware. That license plate is no joke. And I think it's one of those things that is really unique to the state of Delaware, actually, and something that people take a lot of pride in. So the fact that we're giving somebody a chance to win one today is amazing.
It is actually. I've done a little research on that because I kind of follow those sort of things. Delaware is the only state in the union that puts a premium on just numerology when it comes to tags. So here's your chance to get in.
Well, Norm, I believe we have somebody helping us give away that license plate.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good cue. Thank you. Jennifer Cohen, thank you for the Department of Transportation for donating the 4-digit tag. We're going to raffle it off, raising money for seniors, and happy to say we sold out. So somebody's going to be the owner of a really fine 4-digit tag. It's a black tag, which makes it even more special in the state of Delaware. So now let's take it to Secretary Cohen, where she's going to pull out the winning raffle ticket. Secretary Cohen.
Yeah, we are all set up. It looks like they've got the raffle drum ready to go. All right, we hear you, I believe, now.
All right, how about now?
We're perfect. That's great. So
Love
you've got the drum, you've got the plate. Oh, let's see it. There it is.
So exciting. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for, it's been an amazing few nights of great food and great fun. You're actually outdoors at the Cohen Cafe right now. I'm really happy to continue supporting our good friends on Meals on Wheels. So this is so exciting. I always get so excited. So here we go. I feel like we need a drum roll. A virtual drum roll. Awesome. So whoever gets this is going to be one very, very lucky person. These things, as Norm said, well, they're not pure gold, but they are pure gold, just the originals. All righty. So the winner is Alex Davis, ticket number 370. Woo! Congratulations.
All right, congratulations, Alex. That's a big deal.
You are the owner of this brand new porcelain replica 9946. Congratulations. And somebody will be in contact.
Thank you, Secretary Cohen. I'll be reaching out to Alexander. I have his email address.
Awesome. And it was easy to read, so thank you.
That is perfect. And that is an amazing thing. Norm, I think we're kicking it back over to you to keep things going, but amazing that we just gave away a 4-digit plate.
Yes, that's going to cost him a lot of money because now you got to go buy a new car, right?
Yeah. You imagine that on like a beat up Pinto or something. It just wouldn't feel right.
That would be my world, but I would display it proudly, yes. Who are we going to next, big guy? Let's see here. Cocktails. We're not ready for cocktails. Oh, Tracy, right?
That is correct.
Sound about right. Okay. I'm sure as we transition to the next part, the person in Sip and Savor for the virtual event, this took a tremendous amount of planning, had a fantastic committee. We met twice a week, put in the log the hours. And now we've got, well, let's thank people like Tracy Miller, Debbie Smith, Kim Fonda, and Tina Gardner. A lot of hard work and creativity during such challenging times. And Tracy is joining us now to present the Volunteer of the Year Award.
Hi, I'm here with the secretary, and I'm here. I want to talk a little bit about the Meals on Wheels and the things that we've gone through this year. As last year's recipient of Volunteer for the Year for Kent County, I just wanted to take a minute before we talk about this year's volunteer to talk about the Kent County. We usually give a Driver of the Year award for our Meals on Wheels here in Kent County. As everyone knows, this has been kind of a crazy year. So this year, I have the privilege of presenting the Volunteer of the Year award for Kent County for the Meals on Wheels Delaware. So I want to talk a little bit, and I'm going to put my glass down. Excuse me. Hi, everybody. Look at my my cards I wrote here. This year has been one for the books, definitely. And we'd like to take the opportunity here in Kent County to just honor everyone. It's been so complicated to do what we know best, which is to deliver meals to folks that may not get out during the week. So for the extraordinary way they have responded in taking care of the vulnerable citizens of Kent County during this pandemic, everyone in the state government, everyone in the local government, everyone that could come together to get us through this has pulled together and made this possible. And the shining light of Kent County is definitely the Modern Maturity Center. And Carolyn Fredericks and all of her staff there, all of the volunteers, they immediately adjusted quicker than anyone that I can even imagine to what needed to be done to keep people fed and to keep them safe. And we usually don't do this, but we started delivering not only meals, but we delivered medications, we delivered pet food. We, basically whatever we needed to get there, her staff, our drivers, the kitchen help, the folks who couldn't call it in, those folks who came in every day and cooked those meals. This is all for you. This is, let me make sure I don't forget anybody. The old and new drivers, we had a lot of folks come out this year who hadn't driven for us. They wanted to do something and be a part of something good. The folks that made the food, the folks that volunteered, Carolyn and her staff, everyone there. The Meals on Wheels Delaware Volunteer of the Year this year is the entire Modern Maturity Center. Right. And I tell you what, there is no way on earth this could have been done without you guys. So I'll get that to the person that it needs to go to. Is he with us? I don't know, is he?
I believe we have Lyndon here with us who's going to accept that award on their behalf. So we're going to cut over to Lyndon now, and he will go ahead and do that.
Representative Yerrick, are you with us?
I am.
Hi there. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, thank you. Accepting on behalf of Carolyn Fredericks and the Modern Maturity Center, it's a big letdown when it's me. It sounds like somebody's missing out on the Academy Award on the Grammys. Tracy did a great job explaining how they've stepped up over these last 5.5, 6 months, their outreach, their commitment to the community, their passion, their energy, their willingness to find an avenue to get things done. I'll give you another example of what they did over this time in that a terrific organization here in Dover that helps to serve homeless men, the Dover Interfaith Mission for Housing. We were suffering from a lack of meals because of COVID due to restaurants who typically donate food, churches, faith-based organizations being shut down. We reached out to Carolyn and through the Department of Aging, through the state, and through Carolyn, we were able to feed 50 men Monday through Friday, plus an extra meal over the weekend. That without that, it would have been some dire times for these men that are in transitional housing, that are getting their life back on track. That to have the housing, but not to have the basic need of their nourishment met would have been a very difficult time. But Carolyn found a way to find a yes through the state, got it done. She brings out the best in everybody. It's a great example of how we can all work together and just be passionate and committed to making our community a better place. So on behalf of Carolyn, I'm humbled to be able to represent her in the Modern Maturity Center. Thank you, Tracy, for this opportunity. And hopefully we can keep working together like this and make a great place even better. Thanks. Thanks again.
Okay, I'm going to hand it off to can take it from there. Did you get it? Representative Yerk, did you get the certificate?
I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Like a well-oiled machine. I love this.
We are keeping things moving along here in Tracy. I believe we have another award, and we're going to stay with you for that, I believe, right?
I sure do, yeah.
All right, wonderful.
Woohoo! So last year, I was the Volunteer of the Year for Meals on Wheels, Delaware, Kent County. And it was the first year that it was the Ray Short Volunteer of the Year Award. And I was touched to be able to work with Ray. And I was also completely just so overwhelmed by the fact that my award has her name on it. And this year, I'm absolutely so excited to pass off this award to my committee member friend and award winner on behalf of Sip Savor. And it goes to Tina Gardner. Hi, Tina.
Hello, everyone.
And Tina worked tirelessly with us on the committee. It was so strange this year. It was such a different type of committee work this year, but she worked tirelessly to make sure we had donors, and she worked with us inviting the chefs and all aspects of making this happen. She was a part of, and I couldn't be happier and more overjoyed to, I'll bring this up a little closer so everyone can see this award going to Tina Gardner this year. And Tina, thank you so very much for everything you do for us.
You're very welcome, Tracy. Thank you, and thank you to the Meals on Wheels Committee for the recognition. You know, there are many volunteers that work each and every day, especially through the pandemic, to provide meals to our homebound senior citizens every day, sometimes twice a day. And for that, I'm very proud to serve on this committee. And I look forward to continuing to serve Meals on Wheels Delaware for many years to come. Thank you to all of the volunteers. Thank you to my fellow committee members. All of these ladies have worked just as hard, or probably even harder than I have, for supporting this community. A lot of times, contributions to senior citizens are not the priority in our community, but we really appreciate the community supporting and reaching out. Thank you to the community for supporting Meals on Wheels and donating to this wonderful cause. Your sponsorships and donations and your time makes a difference. For that, I thank you.
All right. Well, thanks again and congratulations.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
oh, go ahead.
no, Norm, you're good. I was just going to say,
just one second.
after all these awards, I'm getting thirsty. I don't know about you.
The last one tugs at my heartstrings because Ray Short was my wife for 42 years. And that just, Tracy, thank you and congratulations, kiddo. Meant a lot. It's nice that she's remembered that way. It means a lot to me. So I'm sorry. I just, it makes me well up. I got a heart.
Yeah. Well, if it's
nice
okay
touch.
with you, then Norm, we should all cheers your wife, and we should honor her through this. I mean, she, from what I could tell, through multiple organizations, actually recognizing her in this way says a lot about the impact she had. So
And it's nice to know that all the nights that she was there, she actually was away from home doing good.
That's good.
Because she did a lot of that. So makes it nice to know. And
Well,
she would be
yeah,
smiling.
very good. Well, hey, Norm, kick us over to the cocktails, and we'll sort of start getting to the sipping part of the presentation.
Yes, we got a man of many hats tonight. He's our mixologist. He's our chef. And I've heard he can play a guitar. Is that right? I've heard he's pretty handy with the guitar. So I'd like to introduce our mixologist and chef for the night and our entertainer, Paul Cullen. And he's here to teach us how to make an American Spritz.
All right. So, Paul, we've got you set up there. I'm going to bring you in now. And there you are. We got his other angle, but that's Paul right there. How you doing, sir? We got to just unmute you. Oh. Paul, actually, just because you're not, if you don't mind, you've got to actually hit the button. We've requested you to unmute yourself. Sorry about that. But now he's with us. There we go. Officially. Paul.
All right. I am unmuted.
You are, and we've got you've got a lot of stuff in store for us here today starting with the cocktail. So what are we going to start with there?
So first of all, Rob Bagley, mixologist from down here in Sussex County. He's worked at numerous places, Amuse, Ari Cameron's place, and Bramble and Brine, and then Nishi's. He just took a full-time job at the new Harbor restaurant, which used to be Gilligan's on the water in Lewis. So he sends his apologies, he couldn't make it, but he said that you're in good hands with me because I know how to drink. Okay?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We appreciate it. Now, you know what? I think there's a few people at home that are going to put their drinking skills to the test as well.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do the drink that Rob has for us. It's a spritz, and I'm going to start out with 1 ounce of Aperol. So 1 ounce in there. You notice how I measure. The Italian way, you don't measure. And then I'm going to put in the Cochi, which is an Italian liqueur, wine. So a little bit of that in. Now I know most of you have the white version. I didn't have that, so I have the actual red version from the Barolo region. And then we have Prosecco. So I'm not sure how many people know how to actually open Prosecco, but I'm going to kind of show you on the camera here. We're going to take the cage off. Unscrew it, and then put your thumb on it. And then you take the bottle and you turn the whole cage. So you can see I still have the whole thing in my hand. Turn the bottle, not the cork. And there you go. You got it out. So I'm going to put 3 ounces in there. Wow. This is well needed. Believe me, we'll go into my schedule, what it has been lately. I'm just going to go to the food stir. And then, cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. And cheers to Meals on Wheels for everything that you do for the elderly and feeding them and bringing them their prescriptions and everything you do. It's close to my heart because before my mother-in-law passed away, it was her favorite part of the day when her driver would come and deliver her food. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Well, I'll have to use my Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It holds more.
No worries. No worries. So are we ready to get the risotto started?
Oh, man.
I just got one question on the recipe. Can you substitute scrapple for sausage? Because, being a downstate Delaware boy,
Hey, I came from Buffalo, New York, and scrapple was our Sunday breakfast. So
well, there you go. Okay.
All those Western Pennsylvania people brought scrapple to the Western New York area.
And that's good living.
But I wouldn't suggest it in risotto. Now, you can come here on Sunday mornings and Saturday mornings and get scrapple and egg sandwiches and sit on the patio. We do that every Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, to be honest. I might have to hit you up on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll take a little walk around while the risotto's cooking. I can show you my new place. So,
sounds good.
Let's get the risotto started that way here because it's a bit of a process. So what I have is the sausage already crumbled and cooking. Can you see the pan okay?
Sure can. Yep. We're looking at it right now.
Cooking. Yep, I did a little pre-cooking because I want to make sure that we're not doing this too long. So crumble your Italian sausage. You can pre-cook it, and then chop it up and put it in here so it's a quicker process. We are actually using sausage from our kitchen. We make our own Italian sausage. This one is the broccoli rabe. Broccoli rabe stuffed with provolone cheese, pork sausage. And it's a take on the sandwich from Philadelphia from the Nick. So it's pork, broccoli rabe, which I roasted, and then provolone cheese. So, and also in our kitchen, we have chicken, Italian sausage, sweet sausage, and also spicy sausage. We make over 100 pounds every week that we sell right here at Paul's Kitchen. How many people do we actually have cooking? Can we turn this on? Is that too bright?
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
We've got,
Okay,
let's
good.
see, let's
Looks like
look around
everyone-
actually and maybe get a look at who all's cooking at home. We got Melody over there. How you guys doing? Looking good. They're cooking. Maybe we can check in on them real quick and just say hi. So we're just going to give you a quick
Say
wave.
hi. Hey, Melody. What's up? Are they muted?
Hey,
Hi.
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
I don't know
Hi.
if you
How
remember
you
me,
doing?
but you worked with me at Wilmington Trust and M&T. You did a couple events for me. It's so nice
yeah.
to see you.
Yeah, down in Wilmington, in
Yeah.
that beautiful building in Wilmington. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Awesome.
I'm so
Thanks
excited.
for joining us.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah,
Very, very neat. Awesome. So you got your sausage cooking? Is your
I got
sausage
it cooking. Yep.
Okay, good.
All right,
else
perfect.
do
Who
we
else
have
do we
on
have at
everybody
home? Who else is ready to cook here? It looks like we've got a bunch of folks in the kitchen starting on their risotto. Anybody else want to kind of check in and say hi? Anybody want to show off their setup? Anybody nervous?
Yeah, me. Just kidding.
All right. Well, very good. I love risotto. I'm excited
All right.
to see it all come together.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the sausage out. I've cooked it long enough. If you need to cook a little longer, that's fine. But for the because of time, I'm going to take mine out. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut up the onion. And of course, we all know how to cut an onion up, right? I'm sure we do. So what we do is take the one side off, and then so you still have the tail on here. You can see that, the tail.
Yep.
Leave that on because it keeps it together, and we're gonna peel it really quick. Of course, when I say really quick, then the peel doesn't come off fast enough.
Well, here, Paul, here's a quick question for you on an onion trick, because obviously, tears in the kitchen and onions is a real thing. And I've read different things and I've looked into different techniques to minimize that. Is there any trick to that?
I have really no idea because it never bothers me, so I don't have to do it. But my assistant, Nina, she can't even be in the room when I'm doing an onion. She starts crying. I don't know. I don't know the technology on it. I know it doesn't bother me. So.
Well, I guess the trick then is just have stronger eyes.
I think so. Yes. Or be a former rock star and go through all that stuff that you went through, then onions don't bother you, I guess.
Well, there you go. We'll just all have to work on our rock star touring, opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, jump on it if you can because it's a lot of fun. So that's the way the onion is. I'll do it this way. So what you do is you start halfway through. See how you got the onion like that? I have it sticking on my knife. There we go. And then get your fingers out of the way and put your hand on top and then go back and forth and go almost all the way to where the end is. So we do that. And then I'm going to do a small dice. So I'm going to do it smaller. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then now I'm going to go this way with it. Of course, keeping your fingers out of the way. Don't cut like this with your fingers out like that. Always tuck them in. Right? We all know that, right?
Good kitchen safety tips right there for sure.
Yeah. And it's really important that I follow those safety tips because it's really hard to play guitar with nubs. All right. So
that's exactly why I can't
onions
cook.
are in.
Sharp instruments.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
That and onions
So
make
I'm
me
going to
sad.
put a little bit of olive oil in. All right. Wow, that looks pretty cool.
Mm.
So I'm going to give me a shameless plug. The olive oil that I do use is our olive oil from Sicily, and it's Paul's Rockin' and Rollin' Olive Oil. You can get that right here at Paul's Kitchen. I'm sorry, but there's going to be shameless plugs throughout this whole.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna plug it, tell us a little bit about it. So, tell us about your olive oil.
So sure. So it comes from Sicily. I have a producer that makes it for me and ships it over here. We put it in the bottle, and it's amazing olive oil. It's spicy and fruity, and then you can actually basically can drink it by itself, and it's good. So you imagine what you do if you put it on some heirloom tomatoes, which I get from my garden, and hand stretched mozzarella. It's pretty amazing. So, all right. So I had my pan pretty hot, so the onions cooked really quick. So now I'm going to take the risotto, what I have here, and I'm going to put that in. What we're going to do is we're going to toast the risotto. There we go. We got that in there. And what I did too also is I already did the mushrooms. So if you want to go ahead and cook your mushrooms ahead of time, that's fine too. We'll put those in a little bit. So, all right. So
And
what we do.
What's the reason we're toasting the risotto?
Okay, so that's a good question, Chris. Thanks. It's toasting risotto, and you can do this with rice too. So my wife never believed that until I showed her. That you toast the risotto or rice first before you put the broth in or the liquid in, and that keeps it from sticking together as much. So that's what I have. I have it toasted right now, and you can actually smell it, and it gives it more of a toasted flavor also. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great.
Cool. So one of the so this is going really good because I have my pan pretty hot. So if you're not going as fast as I am, that's okay. I just want to make sure that we get this done in a timely manner. So always cook with the wine that you're drinking, and always drink with the wine that you're cooking with. Don't buy crappy wine just because you're going to go ahead and cook with it. Always use good wine, no matter what it is you're doing. So this is a lovely Pinot Grigio from the Veneto, up north, almost all the way up to the Austrian border, up that way. So what I'm going to do is take about a cup. And you notice how I measure again. Oh, wow. Anybody have smell-o-vision? I don't think so.
Oh man, I wish I did right now, I'll tell you that.
Well, whoever invents it is going to be one rich dude or a woman, because being able to smell what you're seeing is pretty cool. So risotto is all about absorption. So right now you can see that the white wine is over the risotto, and it's just covering it, and I got it a really nice sort of simmer boil like in between, so I can see the liquid moving around.
Nice. And we got a great question about the risotto.
Yeah.
Can this something that can be made in advance, or is it just better the day of if you're going to serve it?
You do it if you're going to eat it, or make it right then and eat it. Don't do it the day before. No, it's not good. You can par cook it and flatten it out so where it's cold, and flatten it out and cool it out, and then reheat it with some hot broth. But man, there's nothing like eating risotto right when you cook it. There's no substitution for that. My friend Jeff, he's the chef owner of Osteria in Philadelphia, and he just opened a new restaurant called Via La Costa, which is the pasta restaurant in Rittenhouse Square, right behind Park Restaurant, La Park.
Nice.
He would never ever do that. We're going to do a cooking class together one time, and I mentioned, so do you want to cook the risotto ahead? He goes, I never cook the risotto ahead. So
wow,
he's a James Beard winning chef, so
yeah.
I listened to him.
Yeah. Paul, it sounds like he almost slapped you when you said that.
He did. I was like, oh, okay, all right, never mind. I never did it before. I only heard about it. So
there you go.
But so don't do it ahead of time. Now, the cool thing you can do with it after you make it And if you don't want it for dinner, is you can make risotto balls arancini with that, which is really cool too. We do that a lot here at the kitchen. So if we're cooking for a dinner and we have some left over, the next day we make little balls, risotto balls.
Yeah, those actually, I see those are delicious. Like those are like so easy
They are.
and fantastic. And we have a Jewel asking about the alternatives for the mushrooms. If somebody, maybe they don't like mushrooms, is there something else you'd recommend they use?
Just don't do the dish. No, I'm only kidding. No, I mean, you can use any vegetable, you know, that's similar to that. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would choose. Well, you could use leeks for one thing. Leeks along with the onions if you want. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I would use.
Well, like a sun-dried tomato, perhaps?
That I don't know. I've never tried it, so I'm not going to say yes. It could ruin my reputation. No, I'm only kidding.
You never know, right? Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
Part of it's experimenting, right? You just try things, see if it works, dial it in.
It is. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Another handful of sausage.
Now, the whole,
Yeah, exactly. Just more sausage, I guess.
there you go. Put more sausage in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's a great suggestion.
Oh, asparagus. I know there was one. Asparagus is good also.
Okay. So like something meaty,
so
right? Like a meaty vegetable.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I was thinking like squash or nothing like that because that would fall apart in there.
Gotcha.
But I've done, asparagus risotto before. Oh yeah, for sure. So,
Yeah, and it's funny. You just answered Heather Krieger's question about squash, our friend over there at Delaware State News. So thank you for doing that. And Heather, sorry, but no squash. You were squashed.
No squash. It would be. Yeah, it would get too mushy. You don't want anything that's mushy in risotto. Yeah. Now you could make butternut squash and puree it and then add it to the risotto. I mean, I've seen a lot of chefs do that.
That's a great idea.
But not chunks. Yeah, not chunks though. Yeah. So now my liquid is gone. Okay. So now the first absorption into the risotto, into the rice, has happened. Now I can see there's no liquid in it at all. So the best thing to do is, I think I already said, chicken stock, and it should be hot. You can't add cold stock or water because it'll not cook the rice in the center, the risotto in the center. So it's going to be really hard. So you always add hot chicken stock. So I just happen to have some here.
Well, that's convenient.
I know. How did that get there?
That's amazing. Man, it's your lucky day.
Yep. I know. Now my risotto is going to be good. So.
And is that a chicken stock? Is that a chicken stock that you made yourself, or like how did you go? Is there any kind of tips or like tricks for those at home that might be looking to make stock? Obviously, there's some store-bought options, but
yeah, I mean the store-bought is so much better. Just don't buy Swanson's. Buy something else on a higher end. There's a couple of them that I use that work out really well. If I had time, I'd make my own stock. But that's not in my my work day. I've got other things that I work on, but if you can make your own stock with say a chicken that you roasted and take the bones and the skin and all that and put it into stock and add some water with some onions and carrots, I think that's awesome. I just don't have time to do that. So how's everybody's drink? Could you ask how their drinks are?
Well, we can check in on the drinks. We can check in on the risotto. We got, looks like, you guys over there, Paulette is bringing their bottles up. They're cheersing us. We can say hi to them real quick.
Hear us?
We can now. How are you guys?
Here's to Norm Short and Paul Cullen and you. Great program so far. I'm hungry.
Well, you should be cooking along, then you'd have something to nibble on.
You're right. We blew
That's
it.
okay.
Hey,
now,
I got a better idea. So you know what I do for a living, right? I'm a personal chef.
Yeah.
So put a party together and I'll come up to your house and cook for you and I'll make risotto.
You're on. Okay.
There it is.
And I play guitar afterwards. Dinner and a concert.
Oh,
That's pretty good. That's a legit. You know what? We're all about providing solutions here today, so that's good stuff. You
Exactly.
guys are in for a treat, and that's good to know, Paul. Actually, that's fantastic. That's actually really cool.
you'll be
Yeah.
hearing from me,
Well,
Paul.
that's what I do for a living. I did 213 of them last year. 213.
Is that all? Just 200? That really?
That's all. Yeah.
Man, you're really
We're hoping to
slacking.
hit 300 one day. I know. Last night we did a wedding down in Bethany Beach for 13 people, and let's see, Friday night we were in Cape May, New Jersey, and we did a pre-wedding dinner. And yeah, we go anywhere. I've been in the last 18 months. I've been to Austin, Texas, Costa Rica, California, Chicago 3 times, and Asheville, Nashville. Anywhere within 3 hours of here, I cook easily. So
Nice. Well, that's fantastic. Speaking of cooking, how's everybody doing at home? Does anybody else want to kind of let us in the kitchen, show off what you're doing, how you're doing? Kind of wave at us if you guys want to let us in. Melody, you're looking like you want to let us in, so we're going to go to you now. Make sure to get you unmuted as well if possible.
Can you hear us now?
And how are you? Good to see you again.
Good. I'm going to try to turn the camera around. Let me
Oh,
see.
wait, we got a pan. I see it in the background.
I see a
I'm going to
pan.
show you the pan, yeah. That's
Well,
the
don't
onion.
drop it. Don't
Yeah, the
drop
onion
it.
there. Let's see, wait a minute. There's the
Don't
onions.
tip it too
Oh,
far.
wow.
There's the risotto. And
Oh, nice.
am I doing it right, Paul?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, you got. It looks pretty dry. You got some hot broth in there.
Yes, the broth, I think, already absorbed. I need to add a little more.
Good. Yeah, go ahead and put it so it's over the top. It goes over the top of the rice.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's just extra flavor, so don't worry.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, who else has got some risotto cooking? Want to let us in there? Anybody? Mike and Donna, I see you guys cooking away. All right, you know what? We're just gonna pop in and say hi. How's it going?
Yeah.
I see you guys.
Hey, what's up?
Oh man, Mike and Donna there. There you
Go.
go.
Unmute 'em.
It's going great.
Oh, there they are.
All right, fantastic.
Awesome. Wow,
So
it looks awesome.
Sausage, mushrooms,
Very good.
risotto and the onions and the wine
Man.
sauce.
Need to bake down a little bit.
Awesome.
yeah, very
Yep, gotta
good.
let it all absorb all the way. All the way.
Yep, I've been adding
That
and
looks great.
Very
Getting
cool.
hungry.
All right, we'll let you guys keep at it. Anybody else want to show off real quick?
Yep.
Let's see. Paul, how you doing over there? Let's see how Paul's doing at the moment. It looks like you're getting pretty close.
Oh,
How
I am.
much longer do you have?
So I rate around 3 ladles full, like 3 times,
Yep.
and it should be pretty close. Like right now, I'm going to taste it because I can see it. It's getting better. Okay. Probably another full round of absorption, and we're going to be in really good shape.
All right, look at Helen. Oh, wait, hold on. They're going in for the pan. We're going to check in on
Good to see
Helen's
Helen.
pan here. See if we can get Helen
Hey,
unmuted
Helen.
as well. Yeah, there you
Awesome.
go.
hey, how are you?
Helen?
Oh, look at the dog.
This is great. First time making risotto for me, but I do have the homemade chicken broth for this one. So
Wow,
It's
look at
great
you.
and-
Get a bonus
yeah,
point.
very good.
and I'm going to put some asparagus
Wow.
in mine as well.
Perfect.
Yep, that's a good one too.
That looks great. All right, let's see who else we've
Anybody
got.
else?
Anybody else? I know Jules over there making dreams happen. Look at that. There's Jewel right there saying hi.
Look
Let's
at
get
that.
you unmuted real quick. There
I'm
you
here.
go. How's it
There
going?
we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, first of all, love the
Hi.
hat. It's a beautiful hat. You are officially cooking. And if you can, let's take a look at your risotto. Yeah, you got the red and the green. Both you guys rocking official chef outfits.
Wow, looks good.
I'm a little behind, but we'll catch up.
That's okay.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, just take your time. You'll know it when it's done. You keep doing the absorption method every 10 minutes or so, and then you taste it, make sure that it tastes good, and then you'll be done. So,
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, Paul, right? Paul, one of the things with risotto is you don't want to rush it, right? I mean, that's what I know. My wife's pretty good at making risotto. I love it when she starts on it because I'm like, oh boy. But it is one of those dishes you just can't rush it.
No, you can't, because it's got to be in the process of the absorption of the liquid. I know I've said it a couple times, but it's really important. Like, and we say that, now mine's ready. So I'm ready for the second broth absorption. Of course, the first one was the white wine.
That's great.
So I'll tell you what, mine should be pretty darn close, because I've made this several hundred times. By the time this absorption happens. And it's good too, because when it absorbs, it sticks to the pan, and that's when you can move it around. One of the misnomers is that you have to sit there and stir it the whole time. How much have I stirred it? Not very much, right?
Yeah, you've really just kind of let it do its thing.
Exactly. Everyone's like, I don't want to sit there and stir it the whole time. Well, you shouldn't. I don't know who taught you that. That's wrong. So for sure, give it a stir. But now it's in its absorption mode. It's set, and it's in a perfect spot right now. It's in a great spot for me to drink.
What temperature should our stove be at?
Well, I don't know. I'm using gas, so I'd say like medium high, just so like I found the right spot. You can see it bubbling, just enough, but not too much.
All right, perfect. And then we have, it looks like Jim Hawkins is maybe cooking up some dreams as well. We'd love to check in on Jim. How's it going, Jim? Have you unmute if you can, and then we'll spotlight you and come in.
It's actually Kathleen is cooking.
Oh, Kathleen, how are you?
Hi, Kathleen.
Hello, how are you? I've got,
Good, how's it going?
So I got my leeks and my risotto going and my sausage all cooked.
Beautiful.
Nice, I love leeks too. I use that a lot. I just didn't have any today, but yeah.
Yeah.
Leeks and mushrooms and risotto, and if you have sausage or not, that's a very northern Italian dish, and that's why I drink the wines from that region.
Okay.
Awesome.
Although we do not have mushrooms because I dislike them intensely.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
I have to tell you, I probably like them as much as you don't, because I can't. I love them.
I know.
And real quick though, Paul, we got a couple other questions. Temperature-wise, as you're cooking the risotto, what temperature should your stovetop be at while you're doing that?
You know, every stovetop is different. The electric, induction, gas. I find the sweet spot when it's bubbling slowly. Like you can see, can you go to my camera and see if you can see that?
Gotcha.
Okay, see? It's just bubbling slowly. It's not too hot, it's not too low. Temperature-wise, I can't give you an exact temperature because they're all different, you know. Right now, I know mine is going to be rocking because I know the process and how long it takes for each time it gets absorbed by the liquid.
Yeah, and
so mine's in really good shape. I'm not that far.
Yeah, and some people are also asking a little bit about the broth. Like you've been doing a few ladles each time, and you're doing a couple rounds of that. But how much broth are you going to use, you think, overall?
I'd say, well, probably let's see, they're 32 ounces. I'd like 64 ounces on the pan that we're using right now. I've got like one more good round left.
Yeah. And what's the ratio then? Is there a ratio that people could kind of go by with the amount of risotto for the amount of liquid?
I always have more risotto or more liquid than I need. So that's important because you don't want to run out as you're getting closer. So like I did 64 ounces of chicken stock and a little bit of water just to make sure I have enough. And I'll probably have a little bit left over.
And just this is a great question from Alyssa. She goes, was I supposed to add the wine already? I've been too busy drinking it.
Yeah. Well, You missed your opportunity, so just drink the rest of it.
Yeah, so just keep going.
Yeah. Just keep drinking. So. You want to put my camera on the cutting board one?
Sure
I want to
thing.
give everybody a quick tour of my place. So I have a kitchen. It's Paul's Kitchen, of course, named after me. It's in Lewis, Delaware, 2 miles from Route 1 on the other side of Lewis. So we're going toward Millsboro. And it's a really cool place. It started out as a prep kitchen, which is what you're in right now. So there we go. So this is the kitchen. It's also a market too. If you guys, if from the anybody from the Philadelphia area, you know that we carry DeBruno Brothers products, and then we have our deli case full of really good charcuterie and cheeses. This is the rest of the room, which we just took over about 2 months ago. So we started out here with 300 square feet. And now we have almost 2,500 square feet.
For those of you keeping track at home, that's more.
Yeah. Yes, keep it score at home.
All right, I'm just going to show you outside real quick. So we're setting up for a dinner tonight for 9 people. So we have a patio out here. There's Steve.
Oh, nice.
Say hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve. How's it going?
Bartender / carpenter. So yeah, we got a table set up for 9 people for tonight because I'm not busy enough. So there's a little tour of Paul's Kitchen. This is going to be a concert venue in the very back, which you can't see real well yet. But all the way in the back is a concert event center that will open up here in about a month. And of course, this is where all the magic happens. Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Hey, we appreciate the tour, and congrats on the continued growth of the space. And it looks like you guys are doing some great things over there.
Yep. So all right, now I'm getting closer.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna give it a little taste. Can you guys see it? Okay. See you, Steve. Everybody say bye, Steve.
All right, we'll see you, Steve. It's a pleasure. Now, all right, Paul. So let's cut to the wide shot of Paul so we can get a reaction on that taste. We might have to force you to taste it again, though, if that's okay.
All right, here we go. This is like so good.
Oh man.
Just past crunchy. They call that al dente. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and add the sausage that was already cooked, right? The mushrooms that were already cooked. And I'm going to take about a ladle of the broth that's left over, maybe a little less. It's going to be the final stages of it. Okay, mix that around. It's going to be just a little bit wet because we're going to cook it for just a few more minutes. Wow. That looks pretty good. In fact, that looks really good. So I'm going to do is take some Parmesan cheese.
You're like, if I don't say so myself, right? That looks pretty good.
Yeah. That's a good part about being a chef is that when you taste it, you go, damn, that's good. So we're going to add some of the Parmesan cheese. And of course, my chef friends say, and all over the world, and chefs all over the world, everything tastes better with butter. So I've got some pads of butter. That's how you finish it. And I know you guys are still probably making yours. I just, I've done this so many times that, just keep going. And when you taste it and you think it's right, that's when you stop putting the liquid in. Wow.
That is awesome. That is just, that looks amazing.
Does anybody know how to say wow in Italian?
I know how to say no in Italian.
Yeah, non. How do you say wow? Wow.
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 Translates pretty good.
I was cooking with a chef in Italy, in the northern part, Piemonte, and we made this amazing carbonara together. I made the pasta, she made the sauce. And I looked at her, and she didn't speak very good English. And I said, how do you say wow in Italian? She goes, wow, like, awesome. I know how to speak Italian. All righty. So now, I'm going to a little bit in the bowl. I've already tasted it, so I know it needs a little bit of pepper because I love pepper. It definitely doesn't need any salt because of the butter, and also the Parmesan cheese has a lot of salt in it. So that's what mine looks like.
Mm. Well, that looks really good. So is there a reason why you only add the pepper at the end? Is that just like a finishing note?
It is just a finishing note. That way here, if somebody else was eating it, it doesn't like pepper, then they wouldn't have pepper in it. So.
All right, looks like we've got some folks at home that want to show off the risotto as well. If we could cut over to Melody.
Awesome.
Got their bowl ready to go, looking at what they've cooked up. So let's cut over to them and check in real quick if we can.
How's mine look?
Oh, well, let's bring it back up there again so if we can see it.
Wait, we can't see.
All right, hold on. We got to cut back over to them again.
How's that look?
That looks fantastic. I can still see it bubbling, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that looks great.
Oh,
Did you taste
good.
it? How's it? Is it crunchy?
I didn't
Is it
taste
crunchy,
it.
or is it?
I don't know. I didn't taste it.
Give it a taste.
All right, taste it,
Taste
Joe.
it.
Yeah, you try it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never taste my cooking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
she
see.
says it tastes good.
Thumbs up
Awesome.
to an Italian. Thumbs up.
Very cool. Thumbs
Okay,
up.
cool.
Say wow in Italian.
Wow.
Let's see. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that is ready, but if you do have one you want to show off, now's the time. Jim, it looks like Jim Hawkins has some risotto there with Kathleen. They've been whipping up some. Oh, it's already plated. It's at the table.
Oh.
Let's cut over to them now. We
Yeah.
can see that real quick.
We're about to eat. We're in the dining room.
There it goes. Got it
Wow,
in a
that
bowl.
looks great.
There we go. It smells great.
Wow. Very cool. Great job, guys.
Chris, you
Awesome.
forgot one thing.
What's that?
You didn't give us a
Mushrooms.
location where these people are cooking these risottos.
That is true. We need to know where we need to go next, right? I got to know where I'm heading after this.
Sure.
Absolutely, because after watching this, it's going to be very hard not to be craving some really good risotto because it's been awesome watching everybody's dishes come together, and definitely one of my favorites. So it's great to see everybody's dishes coming together so well. Oh, it looks like Tina. Where's Tina over here? Tina's got something for us. All right, Tina.
Hi, guys. Hold on. Let me bring it over to the stove. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Okay.
Hi, Tina.
Let's see. Where do you need to be? Can you see? It's still cooking, but it's getting there.
Oh, yeah. Is the broth, is your broth still bubbling?
A little bit. It's almost there.
Okay.
It looks
cool.
great. Yeah.
Have you made
There was
risotto
definitely a
before?
little bit of bubble.
No, I've never
Great.
made it before. It's my first time. I usually don't have the
Awesome.
patience for
Awesome.
this.
So it's not that hard, is it?
It's not hard, but it does take a long time.
Oh, wait. How long have we been doing this, Chris?
It's not
An
that
hour?
long. We've been going about a half an hour.
No.
Okay.
It's worth it. I think a
Okay.
good risotto is worth 30 minutes. You can hang in there. It's totally
Smells
worth it.
marvelous. I can't wait to eat it.
Mm.
Not
Well, now you
just
get
a
to
good
enjoy
risotto, but a
part of the
great
fun,
risotto.
right?
is
You
worth
get to, that's the savor part of this event. So we need to make sure we enjoy that and do that exactly. So we are gearing up now for, believe it or not, our musical guest. And to do that, we've had to pull all the strings, and we had to find somebody that you might recognize to help us with that. And they're setting up right now. And that is none other than, oh, well, what do you know? It's going to be Paul Cullen as the
Oh my
chef,
God.
as well as Paul Cullen, the rock star.
Yes.
That's right. He's doing double duty. Not only that, but he stepped in and helped us on the mixology part as well. Paul's wearing all the hats tonight.
They said tonight he helps clean up and closes and locks up on the way out. He can do it all.
Well, you know, he's only doing 213 events, so there's a bunch of days left in the year that we can be getting him busy. So
A lot of holidays and 213 days working, right?
seriously, man, he's taking all those days off. That's what I want to know about.
I'm telling you, he's living large.
All right, so Paul's setting up, and we're going to now,
Switch to the other.
as you guys, absolutely, if you don't mind switching the mics over so we can enjoy this music and just hang out with that risotto that Paul has now made. And as they're chewing on that, tasting it, you can tickle those strings.
Don't forget to tell them where they can send their pictures of the food and have it tagged, posted.
Absolutely. We've got a couple options. So the hashtags there, it's somebody, Randy, if you don't mind, maybe put those in the chat for us. We've got a couple hashtags. We want you to take pictures. Take them from home. Show your risotto. Share how much fun you've been having with us tonight. And post those to all your social media channels. Of course, tagging Meals on Wheels of Delaware and also using the hashtags that you'll see over in the chat. It's Meals on Wheels DE. And then also hashtag Sip and Savor at Home. Looking forward to seeing all those pictures online. And, you know, we've been having a lot of fun cooking, but now it's time to relax, enjoy the fruits of our labor. And Paul's going to help us out with some music. And you know what? They say maybe you were bad company, but you seem like good company to me.
Well, I'm glad you did.
I had to. I just had to. I had to get it out of the way. Clear the tape.
All I had's the only truth is music. So let him play some truth.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
There it is.
This is always my warm-up song, so it's an original song that I don't have a name for yet.
fantastic. So we're starting to have some fun with some possible names for the song. We're thinking we got to maybe help you out there if you're struggling to find a name. So we had risotto melodies. That was one. We had a Sip and Savor, you know, since that's what we're after. And there was Onions Make Me Sad.
It's a happy song, though. So
it is a happy song, but that's the thing.
Mushrooms make me mad.
So Dream Song was one as well. But yeah, I agree.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. That was great.
Sip and Savor is pretty good.
Sip and Savor.
I think we should do Sip and Savor.
All right, there it is.
Is that camera 2 okay? Or is that?
Yeah, we'll check that real quick. Let's check in on camera 2 real quick. See how we're doing over there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. A little higher is nice.
Better, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How's that better?
Yep. Looks great. You got the risotto right there behind you. You're sitting pretty.
No, too bad I don't have 2 more hands. Sorry.
Is that the name of the next song? 2 More Hands?
2 more hands. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, most people know my story, but I was the bass player in Bad Company in the early 90s. So I'm not an original member because I'm 60 years old, not 74. They came out in 1975 when I was 15. So I was the first American to play in the band. It was pretty cool. What I can do too is whoever's on tonight, if I can share an ebook with Chris and Regina, and it's called From Bad Company to Good Company. Thank you, Chris. I can share that with you guys, and it's the story of how I got there and what it was like to be there, which was pretty amazing, and what it was like not to be there, which was not amazing. So it's a good book, and it's kind of a good read, and you can tell, you can hear who I partied with, which were anywhere from Boy George to George Harrison. So the Georges, and also the ebook has 25 recipes, including the risotto. Company, always on the run. Destiny is a rising sun. Yeah, I was born, 6 gun in my hand, behind a gun, made my final stand. Yeah, that's what they call me. Bad company, I can't deny. Bad company. The day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we are called. Joe's a gun, throw away the sun. Yeah. Now these towns, they all know my name. 6 gun sound is our claim to fame. Yeah, that's what they call me. Bad company, I get to know. Bad company. The day I die. To the day I die. company, always on the run.
All right, that was great. Obviously, a very recognizable tune there. That one already has a title, of course. We've got a lot of people saying how much they're loving their risotto as well, and they're thanking you. A lot of people first time ever making risotto, so this is really cool.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's why I picked that dish, because of like I said, people are afraid to do it. It takes too much time, whatever, and it's such a great dish. So that's why I chose that today. Any questions? I see some chat there. Anything about Bad Company anybody wants to know, or me?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you were talking about some of the journey that you went on, and how did you first become a part of Bad Company? How did that happen for you?
So I was in Fort Myers, Florida. I moved there the day after I graduated high school from Buffalo. And 18 years old, I helped my parents open a business, dry cleaning business, which was really good for me because I found out that I didn't want to be in the dry cleaning business from working with my parents. So I was always a big music fan. And I was an athlete in high school, so I didn't play an instrument until I was 20 years old. So I picked up bass at 20 years old and played all over the country, including Alaska in the 80s. And then I moved back to Fort Myers, Florida. And the singer and the bass player from AC/DC and the singer from Bad Company lived in Fort Myers. And great friend of mine, Michael Daisy, who's originally from Lewis, Delaware, and the reason that I live here now. We had a band called the Boys of Summer, and it was a very popular band. We had a song called Little Black Book, which is an original being played on the local rock station. And the guys in Bad Company and AC/DC used to come see our band play all the time. So I got in that circle of people and got to be really good friends with the bass player from AC/DC. And when the job for Bad Company came up, because the original bass player didn't want to go on tour, bass player from AC/DC said you should take Paul. So I got a phone call one day. I was grocery shopping. Just as I was walking in the door, the singer from Bad Company called and said, how would you like to audition for Bad Company? So in my cool voice, I said, yeah, that'd be great. But inside I was like, yeah, awesome. So 2 weeks later, I was in London auditioning for the band. 2 weeks after that, I was in LA doing the video. And a week after that, I was in Burlington, Vermont, preparing for the tour. So within 5 weeks from the phone call, I was playing a Bad Company.
Very cool. That's so awesome. It's such a great thing. You imagine, like you said, you're walking into a grocery store. What would you like? What did you have planned for yourself at that point if they didn't call?
I wasn't expecting a call. So what I imagined was I needed to find another way to make a living because playing in a band wasn't the best way to do that, and I was sick of playing bars and staying up till, and staying, out until 4 in the morning and all that. So I'm not sure what I would have done, probably would have been something in music. Who knows where that path would have taken me, but I didn't have to worry about it because I got the call. And so there I was, but, like I said earlier, the highs and the highs, everybody's on a roller coaster ride in life, right? It's up and down. There's deaths and things that happen, and there's good things that happen, jobs, and then there's down. Mine was really high and really low, as they are for most people on that level, whether they're actors or athletes or musicians. So after Bad Company, it took me a while to figure out what it is I needed to do in life to be happy again, because I only had Bad Company to compare to what I thought was good in life. So it was until 2007 when I released my first solo CD. So I put down my bass and started writing my own songs right around that time period. And it's a good segue because I'll play the first song that I ever wrote by myself. It is the actual name of my first CD, which came out in 2007. It was called Dream Dance.
Nice.
And so from this point on, 2007 to where we are now, 13 years, every year has gotten progressively better, and I found my way. 6 years ago, I wasn't even doing in-home dining as a personal chef. Now I've done. We figured I've cooked for almost 10,000 people since 2015. So it's all started from when I wrote this song and decided that I wanted a solo career instead of being a bass player.
Very cool. Appreciate you sharing that.
Dream dance for you guys. Yeah. Let's take a trip so far. Can't wait another day, in a villa so high, surrounded by the sun and the sea, the sun and the sea. Let me take you to the place that you've never been before. Will you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Dream dance on the clouds. On the clouds. On the clouds. Reflections of the moon that we are tightly in our dreams. Yes, in our dreams. Time stands still for our love. Let's go far away. Let's go far away. Let me take you to the place that you've never been before. Will you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Dream dance on the clouds. On the clouds. On the clouds. Let me take you to the place that you've never been before. Will you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Dream dance on the clouds. Dream dance on the clouds. Dream dance on the clouds. On the clouds.
That was awesome. Nice.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, this is
So that was the first original that I wrote, and I didn't have any in 2006, and now I have over 50 that I've written and recorded. So.
Well, you've been busy. That's a pretty strong number. 50 tracks. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's amazing.
Yeah, especially since I didn't have any in 2006. So pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what else? And actually,
So I guess we're arriving.
We got another question for you
question?
real quick, and maybe right before this next song. And somebody's talking about how much they're loving the food. So first off, that's that. But they're going to have some leftovers. So what's the best way for people to handle that?
Yeah, just put them in in one of your containers with a lid on it, and just put it in the fridge. And look up arancini risotto balls, and it's really easy. It's breadcrumbs and an egg, and you make a ball out of it, and put some oil in a pan, and just brown it. Just look up, risotto balls or arancini, and it's a great way to eat them again. You can make a little red sauce with it, like a pomodoro sauce, and then dip it in that. Or there's lots of stuff you can do. If you have any questions, they can just email me.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. You had mentioned that before. So arancini or risotto balls, best way to eat them again.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's my wife's favorite. You can make the risotto balls and stuff cheese inside, and then make them back up like a meatball, and then deep fry it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, fry them in oil.
That sounds so good.
So I got time for one more. Does anybody have a Bad Company song that they like?
Man, that's a good question. Anybody in the chat, anybody have a suggestion or a request? If not, we're going to just let Paul pick one of his favorites and play us out.
I'll play the one that everybody knows.
Fair enough.
Baby, when I think about you, think about love. Oh, and darling, can't live without you and your love. If I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, I would have you up in heaven, lay me dying on the way, feel like making love, feel like making love, feel like making love, feel like making love to you. I don't know if you can see the people right there at the window. Those are my guests for tonight. Hey, Lindley. Nah, she's too busy drinking. Baby, when I think about you, think about love. Oh, and darling, can't live without you and your love. If I had the sun and moon, they'd be shining, I would give you both night and day, love satisfying. Feel like we can, oh, come to the window. Feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. Tell them to come to the window and say hi. Lindley and her family. Right here, say hi to everybody. Camera's right here. Yep, Meals on Wheels. There's the gang.
There they are.
You guys help me sing. If I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, I would wrap you up in heaven, lay me down high on the way, feel like making love, feel like making love,
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the risotto. I kind of want to make love to it right now. If I had a pan of that, give me that.
Yeah, well, we have a new T-shirt. It's from Paul's Kitchen. It says "Feel like bacon, love."
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
It's got a little pig playing guitar.
Do you now? And we're not going to ask you to do a whole nother song by any stretch, but can you give us a taste of Shooting Star? We had a few people say they would love to hear just a touch.
Johnny was a schoolboy when he heard his first Beatles song. Loved me do, and then it was from there. It didn't take any long. Got himself a guitar, used to play it every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit, and everything's alright. Don't you know? Johnny told his mama, I'm going away. Gonna have a big time, gonna be a big star someday. Mama came to the door with a teardrop in her eyes. Johnny said, don't cry, mama, smile and wave goodbye. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? All the world will love you just as long as you are. Johnny made a record straight up to #1. Suddenly everyone loved to hear him play a song. Watching the world go by, so probably go so fast. Johnny looked around him and said, well, I made the big time at last. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? All the world will love you just as long as you are a shooting star.
All right.
Johnny died one night, died in his bed. Bottle of whiskey, sleeping tablets by his head. Johnny lies passed about like a warm summer's day. Listen to the wind, you can still hear him say, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star? Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know that you are a shooting star?
All right. That was awesome.
I had to do all the verses. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to stop there for a second, and then I started to go, oh, never mind, you got me.
Yeah.
No, that was great. Thank you so much for all that. And Paul, it's been a pleasure having you take part in this event and take us through a whole journey between sipping and now savoring the risotto as well as the music. And man, Norm, how you feeling after all that?
Well, I've taken away so much already. I can speak Italian now. Wow. That was so good.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you for, did I say it right? Did that translate
Thanks,
well?
Norm.
Wow. That was easy.
That was great. Wow.
And thank you for showing me how to open a cage bottle properly. I had not had that skill until now.
Well, that way you don't put anybody's eye out.
That's a good idea because most of my stuff pop top, so it's a lot easier. Little culture never hurt. So no, thank you. That was wonderful.
You're welcome, Norm.
Go ahead and get in touch with you, Paul, if they want to go ahead and book you for an event.
Pretty easy. My email or my website is paulcullen.rocks, ROCKS, paulcullen.rocks. Not .com, not .net, not .org, .rocks, ROCKS, Paul Cullen. And then just Google me. I come up pretty high.
Yes, you did, and I'm impressed. Yes, I checked all that.
Yeah.
Where's your place located? In Lewis?
It's in Lewis, 2 miles from Route 1. If you're coming from north, you'd make a right at Bob Evans and Acme. You make a right, we're 2 miles out on the left. We're kind of out in the country, but we're only 2 miles from Route 1.
Well done indeed. Music, food, doesn't get much better than that. Thank you.
Thank you, Norm.
And mealsonwheelsde.com for more details on how you can participate, volunteer, donate. mealsonwheelsde.com. And you can also see some of the meals might be posted on there as well. So, and I still don't have the location to where these meals were made. The ones nearest me would be handy right now.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, we are got a lot of people that are keeping them close to their chest. They want to save, their risotto for themselves because they've got to make those arancini risotto balls tomorrow. So they don't want to give up their extras.
Nothing better than the next day.
Oh man.
Stuff.
Well, Norm, it's been a lot of fun working with you, and again, thanks to Paul for putting on a great event and being a part of our Sip and Savor experience here today. I, again, want to say thank you for allowing King Creative and myself to help in this experience, to just do our part to make it even possible. And to everybody that's cooked along with us, some of you, all 3 of these days, it's been fun having some of you guys with us for the journey. And we are going to pretty much close things out. And I want to remind you all again of the mission, which I think a lot of you guys know, is to very simply, together, we can end senior hunger. And that is what this is all about. Learn more about Meals on Wheels if you don't already know. They have lots of great information on their site. Get involved. Again, my grandmother, she used to deliver meals. I've delivered meals myself as a volunteer, and we always used to think it was really amazing that she was doing that well into her 70s, and somebody that should have been probably even at that point getting a meal or two. So, get involved with this great organization. And we're going to finish things out now with the mission video for the organization. If you guys watch through the video, we may say goodbye afterwards. But again, thanks so much for being a part of this event. We really appreciate you guys taking part in it, and hope to see you again soon, either virtually or, well, maybe in person. But take care, everybody. It's been a lot of fun.
Meals on Wheels Delaware has a specific mission, and it's to focus on the needs of seniors who receive a meal in their home across the state of Delaware. We're a little bit different from some other organizations. What we do is we make sure there's enough money, so we raise funds, we make sure there's enough resources and volunteers to deliver the meals, so we help to raise awareness. And then we work with 5 programs across the state that actually prepare and deliver the meals.
Our reach statewide is to raise the resources, whether it's awareness that we can create, allowing an individual to give, and their dollar can serve individuals from Wilmington to Dover to Selbyville. It's really the best of the best coming together to serve some of the most vulnerable people here in Delaware.
Because of this private-public partnership, because of the excellence of the meal programs, there's no waiting list for meals. If you need a meal, if you just came out of hospital, you're recovering, you call up, within a day, 2 days, you can be getting that meal delivered to your home. Looking around the country at different states, not everyone gets a meal every day. Sometimes there's a months-long waiting list to get on a meal.
The meal delivery recipients at Meals on Wheels, and I think this is a common misunderstanding, it's not based on income, it's simply whether or not they are homebound. So people from all walks of life are recipients of Meals on Wheels. The seniors in the state need the support of the community, and that's what we're here to do.
The state does not fund the full cost of providing the meals, so we rely very heavily on the support that we get from Meals on Wheels Delaware to ensure that we're able to continue to provide those meals to all the seniors that are in need.
Their fundraising efforts help us fund just for the Meals on Wheels program here, so that helps us continue this service.
There has been an increase in need down here. We have more people who have signed up for the program, which indicates that as the area grows in population, the percentage of people that end up needing the meals has also grown.
A lot of our clients have outlived their families, have really no friends, and maybe they live in the outside areas where there's no close neighbors to really check on them. So Meals on Wheels is very important in that it helps, the client remain in their own home and living relatively independently, not just for food, but because somebody's checking on them. It really does take a village to get all of this done. There's restaurants, there's volunteers, there's the seniors themselves, there's everyone running the organizations that are the boots on the ground. So there's a lot of moving parts, and all of that takes financial support.
A lot of people want to see how their dollars are used. And when we raise dollars, we invest them back into the centers, whether it be for transportation or volunteer support or heated bags, new ovens, new kitchen equipment. So it allows them to concentrate on raising dollars to meet the needs of their center, where we can help them take care of this piece that allows them to stretch their dollars to serve other parts of the senior population.
If it were not for the kind of support that we're receiving from Meals on Wheels and other supportive organizations, we would not be able to provide those meals. And in many cases, the meal that we're delivering is the only meal that a senior is going to get that entire day. The need is so great and it matters so much.
I can't tell you enough about my volunteers. They're out here in rain, they're out here in snow, they're out here in 100-degree weather, and they do it with love. When they see something that's just a little off, maybe the way they answered the door, they're coming back. Hey, can you give a call? Something wasn't quite right. I tell them all the time, they're my eyes.
They truly are a lifeline, and to a lot of our clients, they are indeed the only person that they see all day long. It's more than a meal. They know that somebody cares for them and loves them and will help them out in case of an emergency.
We find that we have this committed volunteer force just because they go out and they see what it is and they see how impactful it is. This is something that people need, something that people look forward to, like seeing someone every day, having a conversation with someone every day.
You can see just by the glow in their face that it makes a difference. We're allowed so many working hours to volunteer as WSFS associates, so we never think, oh, I've got to rush and get through this without, having an opportunity to speak to these residents and to say something cheerful to them or just brighten their day in some way.
The corporate community has been a great support for us with volunteers every day, Monday through Friday, and then financial support as well. So they're really just a critical part of what we do in getting meals to people.
I think to myself, this could be my mom, my dad in that situation, and I would want someone to take care of them this way.
They took me in right away. It was like I had been here for years. I feel good about just getting out and doing it, to helping people. They enjoy my company, and I enjoy theirs.
Fills my heart. I know that I've made a difference. It may be this big, but that's okay. And to have a conversation with someone who doesn't see anybody, it's what I would want somebody to do for me.
And I think the great thing about it is, it only takes about an hour to 2 hours to deliver the meals. It's a small amount of your day at a time, but you make a huge impact in that person's life.
You do have personal relationships with all of them. I've run to the store for a couple and, take out the trash.
This outfit now is out of this world. I think it is anyway. Treated nice. And they always ask me, can we do anything else for you?
They always ask, do you need anything else? Do you know what that means when you're by yourself? It's been really a great enrichment of my life. It really has. I'm not exaggerating. I look forward to it every day.
It's very rewarding to get out and meet the recipients of the program. It's great to know that there are people, deserving people on the other end of this entire process that we go through to raise money to make these meals happen.
I absolutely love being able to go home at night knowing I made a difference in somebody's life.
It really does make a difference, and it's very powerful that you can see that in action.